Hey YouTubers, Raven here.
Starfire.
And we're talking about tonight's episode of Supergirl.
Season 6, Episode 6, Prom Again. And it was Kyler Lee's directorial debut.
And I loved the episode.
Yay! Yeah.
Yes.
I think I liked it more than the first part.
Yes. A lot of that was probably due to the fact that we didn't have to deal with any whiny bitches from the future.
Yeah.
Which we had to deal with in the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
At least at the very beginning.
Yeah.
But we didn't have to see any of that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if that wasn't in the last episode, I still preferred this one.
Yeah.
There's simply more going on.
There was.
And
Nia looked beautiful.
As always.
In her dress.
Yes. Yes. Yes, queen. Work it. I love her so much. But I don't know. I loved this episode.
Mm-hmm.
And now it makes me want to see future Peter Sudarso. It does.
Yeah.
I like what
At
they
first, when you went into like what he said to her, I legit thought that he was gonna go, like, say he was gonna go with her at first, and then I was like, okay, you know.
Yeah. Like, I kind of want to see if they recast him, or if they just make him look older.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
So
probably make him look older.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
'Cause I want to see him in the future, and I want to know what type of relationship him and Kara have now. I mean, obviously it's not that relationship, but you know, like, why can't he join the team? And because I mean, you have you have Alex there without any powers, you know, and I mean, I hope he did more than just go back to working in the shop every day. You know?
Yeah.
So, I'm sure he still found ways to help people out even after she left. You know, that he didn't fully give up on being a hero because his girlfriend left. You know, like...
Yeah, I hope he didn't.
You know, I mean, yes, he couldn't do even half the things that they did together. But he could still help people, you know? Like, I would love it if he became a police officer, or if he became a firefighter, or an EMT. Like, that he's still out there saving lives.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want from him. Is for him to not let those years with her go to waste.
Oh my gosh, like, it would be so cool if somebody did, like, a fanfic about that. Or, like, they have, like, their reunion and they meet up, and he's, like, an EMT or something, or, like, a firefighter. And, like, yeah.
Yes. Yes, I would read that. I would rate it, and then I'd tell you all about it.
I would read that, too.
Right.
I'm the one who thought of it. Of course I would read it.
Oh, like... Yeah, it's just...
I always just love, like, with fanfics for me, I always just love, like, either when they're, like, when they're episode continuations or something, like something you didn't see happen in the episode, or just, like, something that you really wanted to happen but didn't. Because people just come up with, like, whole stories, and it's awesome.
Right.
And I'm sure that there'll probably be some eventually that are about Kara and Kenny.
Yeah.
You know.
Alternate timelines where they stayed together.
Or like, they meet up again. In, like, the future, and they're both, like, in a place where they're not with anyone, and they, like, get to be together, and, like, all that. Like an alternate universe thing. I love alternate universe fics.
Right? So good.
I mean, I like ones that are like also keeping the characters in the same world.
Mm-hmm.
But I really like when they can take the characters and put them into a different situation in a different world and just kind of see where they go with that.
Right. Yeah.
So. Like, I also love the ones, too, when, like, they'll do movie fics that are, like, based off some rom-com, and they'll put, like, different characters in it, but it'll be, like, the same story as the movie. So, like, it'll be, like, let's say there's, like, a Swanfire one, and it'll be, like, I don't know, You've Got Mail, or, like, One Fine Day, or something. And it's, like, the same story that happens in that movie, but it's with those characters.
That's pretty cool.
That's, like, considered an alternate universe because you're using, like, a different story in a different world to tell the story of these characters.
Right.
So. So I've seen people do that.
Yeah. It's interesting.
I tried to attempt a 13 going on 30 version with them, but didn't get very far. Because I have a hard time writing fanfic, so. I have to be, like, really, really inspired.
It's hard to keep another, like, if it's not an original thing that you, like, an original character you created, it's hard to keep the voice of them.
It is, but it's also just hard for me to, like, make sure that I'm, you know, I'm researching and, like, doing that world and, like, doing all the things that go with it and everything. And it's just, I like doing it, but I also have to, like, have a lot of inspiration. Otherwise, like, I have a hard time writing. Like, I can do one-shots and, like, prompts and stuff like that, but if I just have to come up with a story on my own, no.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Oh, come on. That's the fun of it.
Maybe eventually.
Creating your own universe, like...
Maybe eventually.
That's the fun of writing.
That's why you're more of a writer.
Yes. Yes.
I like to write, and I'm good at writing when I do it. And I feel like I can express myself better that way. But when it comes to, like, creating stories and things like that, I'm not always that great at it.
Yeah. Well, I hope to run across one with Kenny in it.
Watch, probably within the next few days, there'll already be fanfics out there for them.
Yeah.
People are fast.
Yeah.
They're on it. Like on Tumblr, right after an episode will air, there'll already be GIFs of the freaking episode, like, 3 hours after the episode aired from people. Of, like, Brooklyn Nine-Nine or whatever show. And people are like, you're hecka fast. So.
Yeah.
Or there'll be, like, a fanfic or a one-shot or a headcanon from someone about something. And it's like, damn.
Right? How'd you write that fast? Like, is this even quality?
It's like, I would need to think about it before I posted it.
Yeah. I don't know, like, if the mood struck me, I could go home right after this and write a Kenny and Kara fanfic.
You should totally do it.
But I have plans. So maybe if the mood arises, I'll do it tomorrow.
Maybe. That would be awesome, though.
Yeah. So, it's just overall, like, already.
There's 18 of them.
Oh
just from last week's episode. From the first part.
Send me a link.
And I'm sure there'll be more now because part 2 aired.
Yes. They might inspire me to write my own.
I mean, this one was February 14th.
With who?
With Kenny and Kara. It's a post.
How did they know about Kenny?
I don't know, but it's 2,000 words and it's one chapter. It's like a one shot. It's 2,000 words. And it says that it's a post Crisis on Infinite Earths event, reunions, chance meetings, alternate universe, canon divergence, rare pairings. They're like, I tagged the ship, but to be honest, this is pretty much completely platonic, so. Ooh, this one sounds
100 Ways to Say I Love You. That's a great title.
Kara Danvers and Lena Luthor are both children who have lost their parents and been adopted. They met in high school when Lena was a loner, but a strange girl who barely spoke English befriended her. Now, a year later, the girls are as thick as thieves and maybe something a little more.
Oh!
A series of travels and more serious one-shots. Some chapters will be shorter, some will be longer. In the beginning, there will be more short chapters. Updates will be 2 days a week, hopefully Monday and Friday.
Yeah, send me a link to this page. I might skip my plans tonight and just read. Fuck. So yes, go look at that. You might enjoy those. I know I will enjoy that one about Luna.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, why not? If one of you guys create one, leave us a link in the description. Or in the
so this one
in the description
this
in the
one
comments.
is a continuation of 605. So this is a continuation of last week's episode.
Oh. Complicated conversation.
Where she talks about college.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm sure like probably tomorrow and like the rest of the week there'll be more because of this episode.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So.
Dude, I'm already writing one in my head. Like,
you should do it.
If any of you write one or have an idea and end up writing one, like leave a link in the comments below, or leave a link on the discussion page on our YouTube, or tweet us.
Do it.
Yes.
Just write it.
Yes. Just.
I mean you.
Write it. No. Okay.
But you don't want to lose the inspiration. You don't want to lose what you're thinking about in your head, because if you go to sleep, it's going to be gone. You need to just get it out.
You're really inspired.
I'm just saying, that's happened.
I know.
Like, you'll think about something, and then, like, the next day you'll be like, what was I? You won't have the same, like, thoughts and, like, won't know what to put down because it'll just be gone.
Actually, that's how I used to write my stories. Like, I would fall asleep telling myself my story and add on to it as I fell asleep. And then I'd wake up the next day and write it.
Well, if that works for you.
I don't know. I couldn't sleep, so I figured I'd tell myself a story to go to bed.
I'm sure a lot of people play scenarios and make up stories in their head while they're trying to sleep.
Probably. But, yes. So, if I do write it, I will leave a link on...
Would it be on fanfiction.net or Archive of Our Own?
Ooh. I don't remember my login info for fanfiction.net. I'd have to remake it.
Do you have an account on Archive?
No. I'd have to make an account on Archive. But I've read lots of Archive.
I have to.
I read the Miraculous Ladybug.
I actually prefer the fics on there because I feel like they're better.
Right.
And that's where the majority of mine that I've written recently are. I only have a few on fanfiction.net. I mean, I have favorites and stuff that are saved on there.
Yeah.
But, like, my stories, I only have, like, 2 or 3. The majority of mine are on Archive.
Right.
And they're mainly just Jake and Amy.
I used to do Author Stand when that was still around. That's where I posted. I entered competitions and stuff. Yeah. I entered one competition, actually. And it was a short story.
I mean, look at all the fandoms. Anime,
Tainted
books,
Kiss.
cartoons, celebrities, and real people movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some really good Miraculous Ladybug. If you guys are a fan of that show at all, which you should be, go look that up on Archive. Amazing.
I have all these that I've done on here.
You've posted those? You've read them?
These are ones I've posted.
You've posted, yeah.
That I've done.
Wow.
Yeah. These are bookmarks, but this one and this one and this one. And then this is one that I add on to. So it's prompts that I've done. But these ones are just one-shots that I did.
Nice.
Yeah. But they're all Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so.
Yes. But yeah, so, yes. I enjoyed learning how Catco got started.
Yes.
Because I think that this is a very circular.
Cyclical.
You know what I'm trying to say, right?
Cyclical.
Yeah.
Cyclical.
Circular? It's circular, okay? The technical term is escaping my pronunciation. I can't even say that word now. My pronunciation.
Cyclical? I don't know.
Something like that. Yes. It's we know what we're trying to say, but we can't get it out. You guys know what that's like. You're all human. Where are you? If you're not human, let us know in the comments below.
I think that, I like what Kyler said about, all of so the ones that played Alex and Kara, they really brought, those things to the characters of the future Alex and Kara. And, even Eliza Helm, who played Kat, she did a really good job, too.
Yeah.
And so I applaud all of them. I think that they were great. And it'd be cool to see them again if they do young Alex and Kara.
Yeah.
At least at those ages. But yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just proud of myself that I figured out the PW.
Yeah. She figured it out before I did.
I was just wait. Because she was talking about, Kat, and she was, talking about her being a journalist, and she was mentioning Perry White, and I'm like, Perry White!
The cage was Perry White, and Perry White was keeping Kat locked up under the, the tabloid section.
Yeah, the gossip column. Just the mediocre
He
articles.
was caging the trueness of her being.
Yeah, caging her potential.
Yeah, which is what the cougar represented.
Her talent.
Pink cougar.
Of course she'd be pink.
Of course she'd be a cougar.
But yeah, and
she's a fierce lioness.
Yeah, she is. And I liked how it all played out.
Yeah, I love how Nia took care of her and talked her through things. And you're the Cat Grant. Cat Grant. I like that. It's
so what was her name originally? CJ?
It was probably Catherine Jones or
something like that. Yeah.
Grant. And so Perry just always called her CJ. So, yeah. That's probably how or why that happened. Yeah, so basically Nia is to thank for the branding of Catco. And
Nia and Brady kissed!
They did!
I was so happy!
Right? Oh my gosh. They kissed. They did.
It was so great.
It was.
I wanted them to when they were dancing together because that moment was so soft and intimate.
Right.
But it didn't happen.
It happened later when he was telling her that he forgot how good the good emotions felt.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh my gosh. Like, you two are meant to be together.
They're just so cute.
They are.
I love them.
Yes.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I just wanted to mention
Yes,
that.
I was done.
But yeah, I mean, you know, Peter did a great job.
Yes.
The actresses who played Alex and Kara did, and who played Kat, you know, they were all really good, and yay for Kyler's directorial debut, and yeah.
Yes.
And they fixed the future, so everything is back to normal.
Mm-hmm. And they got the rock that they needed so they can go save Kara in the next episode, which we saw in the preview, so that's the only reason why I'm not.
Well, it's going to be the mid-season finale, so hopefully.
At least they're going to her.
Yeah.
Like,
but if they don't save her from it in the episode, we're going to have to wait until August to find out what happens.
Yeah. But, I mean, to find out what happens, they save her. She gets out.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, it would be nice if that was resolved before it goes on its long break.
Yeah. It would be nice. If it doesn't happen, I'll be aggravated. Probably more than
because
slightly.
That's going to be a 3-month break.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not coming back until, like, the end of August. Like, August 24th.
Yeah.
So that means from May 18th until August 24th, we aren't getting any Supergirl.
Yeah.
So at least give us something good for the mid-season finale.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're not getting crossover events this year.
Yeah.
So give us a good mid-season.
For the Flash, too.
Yeah.
I don't know when that's going to be.
If we're going to get one.
If we're going to get one. Because it already took a 2-week break.
Mm-hmm.
And that's further along in its season than Supergirl is.
Yeah.
So, because the Flash
already past the mid-season, isn't it?
It was episode 8 tonight.
Oh.
And Supergirl's episode, mid-season is going to be episode 7. Usually it's around episode 9 that they do the mid-season finale, but it's a little bit earlier this time.
Because of Superman.
Yeah. But yeah, so
I'm glad that they're going to go save her in the next episode.
At least attempt to.
Yes.
And hopefully they're able to.
Yeah. I won't be completely mad if they don't.
No, I won't.
Depending on how the episode goes.
Yeah,
I might throw a fucking fit.
Yeah, I won't be completely mad, but I'll be a little bit irritated just because we'll have to wait so long for it to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if it's a mid-season, they're probably going to end it on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So they'll probably, like, get there and then something will happen.
Well, yeah, I mean, you saw the kind of chaos they were in the preview. But I do want that when Brainy and Nia get back, I want Alex to go up to them and go, so, Brenda and Brandon? Really? You know, I want her to make a comment on them. Because no way in fuck she forgot who they are. They were aliens besides her sister living in her house.
Yeah.
Like, come on. So, she's gonna remember Nia.
Yeah, she is.
Like, yeah. Yes. So, I mean, I guess that's kind of it.
I mean,
so, I guess
until next time,
love yourself and be happy.